Hi, my name's Emma Bell, and at the Untitled Chapter I work with people to shift their mindset so that they can be calmer, happier, more fulfilled right now. Welcome to the 5-Minute Shift Workshop. Today I want to talk about the confidence trap. David Foster Wallace said in his book Infinite Jest, you will become way less concerned with what others think of you when you realise how seldom they do. And yet, from a very young age, we are focused on the approval of others. Am I acceptable? Do they think that's a good idea? Am I okay? And we get triggered by the behaviour of others. In fact, I was at a meeting recently with an HR director, and the managing director of the company was due to join us at the meeting at 2 o'clock, and 2 o'clock came and went, and eventually at 2:20, the managing director strolled in, and his body language made it very clear that he'd rather be anywhere else but here. I looked at the HR director, who is a strong, confident individual, and saw from her body language that she felt intimidated. She had rolled her shoulders right in and her head was down, just because of the way the managing director had walked in the room. She had given her power away. Now, in that moment, I knew that my response would determine how our dynamic continued during the course of the meeting, but more about that later. How we feel about ourselves is fundamentally what confidence is all about. And when I work with coaching clients, that's where we start, because self-acceptance lies at the heart of confidence. So many of us have core beliefs like, I'm not good enough, or I need to be perfect to be lovable, and so on and so forth. And if that lies at the heart of what we think about ourselves, no wonder we're triggered by the behaviour of those going on all around us. So let's look at some steps that you can take to get out of the confidence trap and into your power. Number 1, practice self-acceptance. Read the first 3 chapters of my book where I talk about conditioning and how to overcome disempowering conditioning. Number 2, know what success means for you. So you know what you're aiming for, and therefore your focus is on gaining your own approval. Number 3, use some trigger release mechanism. So with the managing director, I immediately felt grateful that he'd made the time to come along to the meeting, and I felt compassion for the fact that he'd obviously had a really tricky day before he arrived at the meeting, and I was determined to make this hour the best hour of his day. And because of that, I was able to step back into my own power and not be triggered by the behaviours that he was exhibiting. Number 4, have a compassionate inner voice. Talk to yourself with compassion and encouragement. After all, the most important voice is the one in your head. So practice these 4 techniques and get out of that confidence trap. Thanks for joining us. Share the video, and I'll see you in a fortnight at our next 5-Minute to Shift workshop.